Hey folks, welcome to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. Merrill's getting stretched out. I don't think he's one of the 2,300 runners today, and we'll get into that a little bit, but we're up at Peninsula State Park in Door County, Wisconsin. We're gonna have a great show. We're out here cooking with beautiful Cherry Delight products, and we got a lot of great grilling to be done.
A lot of great grilling done. I'm just getting ready to use my spatula. So
here.
So I'm stretching out. Thank you. There. I
We'll
feel
be right
better
back
now.
with more of Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling live from Door County, Wisconsin. Taped.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you by Modern Home Products, the makers of MHP, Phoenix, and Profire Grills. All natural Golden Plump Chicken, Minnesota and Wisconsin raised. It's golden good. Cherry Delight, a Door County original. Renard's Cheese of Door County. Get your squeak on. The Oneida Nation and the new Oneida Market. Crisp Kraut, the world's finest sauerkraut, proudly produced in Wisconsin for over a century. And by UW Provision, the meat people, and so much more.
Hey, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling.
Gonna stretch your,
What?
stretch your quad.
I can't do that. Come here, can you hold my leg? How about if I do it like that?
Oh, I got it.
There, let me try the other one.
There you
how's
go.
That? Am I in shape?
You're ready to go. You might
Oh,
need to touch your toes.
Sure. I can touch my toe. Oh, you can touch my head too. Can you pat your stomach and rub your head at the same time?
I don't think I can do that
By the
one.
way, we are with elite long distance runner, and I'm going to slaughter your last name one last time, and I apologize. We're with Jennifer
Shador.
Shador.
Sure.
With Jennifer Shador. And Jennifer, how do you prepare for a race?
Well, a lot of things go into preparing for a race, from your diet, from getting enough sleep, to stretching. But since we're talking about food today, I think I'll talk about the diet end of it. So, I use the cherry products from Rapid Performance Products.
The two in front of us here.
Exactly.
And I see two different kinds.
Yep. The one that I use for pre-race is the Rapid Red. It's a cherry juice. It helps with the inflammation, gives you the antioxidants, provides amino acids, and it's also a low glycemic source of carbohydrates.
So as you're running, it gives you a little more energy, and it helps with the inflammation as you're running.
Correct.
That's a pre-step.
Correct. And yep.
And then at the end of the race,
At the end of the race, then I use the Red Whey, and the Red Whey is cherry juice with whey protein in it. It's the whey isolate, so it's the best kind of protein because it's absorbed rapidly.
right?
And then the cherry juice again is helping with the inflammation and recovery, muscle soreness, fatigue issues that you would normally feel after the race.
I finally
Good.
connected the name Rapid Perform, and it gets into your system rapidly.
Rapidly.
Is that true?
And you're going to perform rapidly.
Sure, absolutely.
With a
With any
rapid
luck.
race.
Well, what I like, I've got the beginning and the end all taken care of.
Well, and then
I'm doing
in
pretty
the
good.
middle, a lot of times I chew on the dry cherries because they keep long distance runners need some carbohydrates throughout the race, so they make these packets.
Right. Well, these are a little bit larger probably than the ones you
Right,
have.
right. But you can get smaller ones.
Yep.
And you can get the cherries, or you can get the mix with the cherries
The performance
and
pack.
the performance pack with the cherries and the nuts.
Yep, exactly right. Hey, can I show you something here? Now, do
Sure.
you like pineapple?
I do.
Do you like
looks like a pineapple lover.
Here's an easy way to do it. We take a nice fresh pineapple and I'll cut it in half. And all we're simply gonna do is pop out the hard center core. And I'm gonna do like Merrill, I'm gonna create a little hollow shell, just like when I met Merrill 1,000 years ago.
What?
So
1,000 years ago, that's about right.
That is about right. So we're simply gonna take the hard center core, we're gonna take the pineapple out of the boat, and I'm gonna cut it back up in there, Jennifer.
Okay.
And this is gonna be a neat little pineapple boat, and this is high in antioxidants and vitamin C, good fiber.
So I can have this after my race today.
There you
That's
go.
exactly right. I'm gonna pour that in the bowl there, and we're gonna add some green peppers. I'm gonna add some
All right.
high protein.
Okay.
I have at least, I bet you I have 35 grams of protein right there. Shrimp is very,
Shrimp,
very high
very
in
good.
protein. So we'll add some protein in there. And my favorite is the Cherry Delight chutney.
Okay.
So we're gonna add just a little bit of chutney to that. And I'm just gonna mix that around. And I can either use the whole dried cherries. I'm using the morsels today. I like
Okay.
the morsels. They got a nice little texture to them. So we'll add the morsels to that. And I'm gonna plop that back. So we have a little bit of the chutney, Cherry Delight chutney in there. And I'm gonna put that back into my pineapple boat. And I could have added some coconut in there. And I could have added pecans, I could have added walnuts. And I'm gonna place that on the grill, and through the magic
Very
of
good.
grilling, I'm gonna put that on the grill. Let me take this off.
All right.
I'm gonna heat that up for about 30 minutes. The shrimp is pre-cooked, and you end up with a nice little serving dish, a dinner for two of wonderful little Cherry Delight products, along with the shrimp and the pineapple and the peppers in there. It turns out delicious.
It looks delicious.
You
Doesn't
did a
it though?
good job on that, sir. You did a very good job, that's for sure.
Now, Jennifer, how did you get started with running?
Well, I started running. I had some issues in my marriage. I had a abusive relationship, and in the mornings I started walking, really to just kind of get away from it and clear out my head. And as I'd start walking, my emotions would take over and I'd start running.
Yeah.
So I got up to about 2 miles a day and realized that I had some confidence to be able to leave the abusive situation.
And you had a
So-
family.
Yeah, I had to take care of my children. So that's kind of how I started running. I had a lot of help from Golden House to help me be there to support and give me
Sure.
direction. And
Well, I know we run a public service announcement in all of our shows, and you're in it.
Yes.
You're the star of the show, for not the best reasons in the world, because you're involved in a domestic abusive relationship. But there's a telephone number on there in case anybody else is in the same situation and needs help. Because
Correct.
the running helped you internally, but you still had to get away from the issues.
I still did, yeah.
Yeah, exactly
yeah.
right.
And a lot of people say, is that what you're running away from? No, I wasn't running away from anything.
Yep.
I was what I was running to, and that's
Exactly right.
freedom from the domestic violence.
And
so.
sponsors to help to sponsor you, Cherry Delight, Country Ovens.
Yeah, that's really helped. They help me be able to do what I love to do every weekend. So I really appreciate, them helping me out and giving me the not only the physical needs
Yep,
that I need
exactly
to run,
right.
but the emotional support and backing me on what I'm doing. So
Good for you. Yep. Now Meryl's got a couple little
Hey,
pork
just a
chops
couple
here.
little things here. Doing a little bit of marinade here. Sweet potatoes. Are you a sweet potato lover?
I sure am.
All right,
Yeah.
and very simple. What I've done here is I've actually used the Cherry Delight, their marinade. And marinate the sweet potatoes, really not very long, maybe about 40 minutes or so. And place those on the grill, and then I also go ahead and I've got some pork chops, which I went ahead and
doggy.
used the marinade on that too. It's very good, very easy to do. If you want to fatten it up a little bit at the end, you could add a little bit of the syrup right on top of the sweet potato, which will add a really nice, good flavor to it. But it's easy. People have a tendency to overcook pork. You don't want to overcook pork. Pork's easily done at 145 degrees. I grill the pork chops direct heat, 5 to 6 minutes on each side.
Is there cherry syrup open
There's
up? I
cherry
think that sweet
syrup.
potatoes need a little cherry syrup. I'm
That's
sorry, but
exactly what I
that's
wanted
what
to
gives
do.
Meryl and I the energy.
Yeah, that's
The
what I
syrup.
need. You don't need that much, but a nice flavor on there. If you wanted to, you could even go ahead and brush the chops with that. But
Look at
since
that,
I got
I've
the
already
ready-
started running.
I know, you look healthy already.
Do I really?
Yeah, you really do. I'm amazed with you.
So how many different runs have we ran in? How many different marathons? Half marathons, full marathons?
Well, I've done quite a few. Last year alone, I did 50 races during the year 2013. I think 8 of them were half marathons and 4 full marathons. Try to do some little ones in between so I don't wear my legs off.
Yeah, exactly
50,
right.
did you say 50 races?
In 2013, but
I just want to make sure I heard you right. 50 races, wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow, I only won 1 race and I lost. Big vote. That was terrible.
You can go online by the way, at rapidperform.com, and
Correct.
you can learn more of the benefits and how to get hold of those 2 drinks, I'm assuming.
yes, and some of the other great products.
Now maybe Marilyn, I'll hold this and you 2 do a little stretching. How's that?
So let's try the toes again.
Okay, I'm ready.
Trust me,
I think I have to
I
stress
don't know
this
if I
way
get
too.
the right one, but let me see. I got it. Okay.
I'm gonna see if this makes my run better today.
All right, good.
We'll see what
good,
happens.
good. All right.
Well, you do have to get running. We appreciate it. We're surrounded by about 2,300 other runners here today at Peninsula State Park up in Door County, and it's a beautiful day. That is
Beautiful
for sure.
course. I'm excited to be able to run in the beautiful Peninsula State Park. So.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more of Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling in just a little bit. I'll tell you what, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. You know, I was just talking with Mike and Kathy, the owners of Country Ovens, our good friends at Cherry Delight, and he reminded me, and we know that the elderly lose muscle mass each and every year.
Sure.
And in order to help retain it, it's not the red whey. The whey is not just for Jennifer and runners. It's a great idea for them.
No.
But for us elderly folks to retain muscle mass, he suggests using this. So you can go online at Rapid Perform when you get to be our age, and some of you are.
What if,
Cheers, because I'm going to get healthier as we're
all
talking.
right, okay. I'm jealous. That is refreshing, though, isn't it? Really got a good
delicious.
flavor to it.
Oh my gosh, it's really
got
good.
a very good flavor to it.
And I'll tell you what, you can also visit Forestville, Wisconsin,
Yep.
up in Door County, the intersection of 42 and J, and year-round, our good friends at Country Ovens at Cherry Delight. They're open year-round. You can visit them. They have a great retail stores. You can get some samples up there of all the products.
Yep.
Some of the products you can sample out. They have a video tour up there. So you can visit them year-round at Forestville, Wisconsin, the intersection of 42 and J.
You got her. You got
What
her.
are you grilling, Merle?
Sir, just 1 second.
I know, I saw that little, it's like
You know,
cottonwood.
what was that? What was that
It's a
there?
cottonwood.
Hey, you know, I'm grilling up some salmon, which is, I've done salmon plenty of times
Yep.
on the television show. Very easy to do. Rub it with a little bit of oil. You'll find out that it'll start to bead white. That's when the salmon's done. We've
Natural
talked about
juices
this.
being pushed to the top.
Yep. And don't want to sort of show and tell because we've done it plenty of time. But you know, it's just very simple. You know, trying to eat healthy. You know, can you tell? Don't give me a kiss. Don't give me a kiss. But can you tell? Can you tell I'm
Cherry
trying to eat
Delight.
healthy? It just got a little lettuce, a little tomatoes here. But I'll tell you what. Why don't you grab that salmon and put that
absolutely.
right on top of this? You're a good
Just a
man.
nice little piece, right?
A nice little piece. That's all I want. And if you like, you can use a little bit of dried cherries if you like on top of there. And I'm going to use a little bit of the vinaigrette. It's a little healthiness there to the dish. Place that on top. And the vinaigrette, just to use a little bit.
Give it a good shaking. Give it a good shaking and a good hold.
Shake. Put that on the top.
Now that is a great
Yes,
salad.
it is.
dried
Easy,
cherry, the
healthy.
Cherry Delight
I feel
vinaigrette.
see. I don't even have to run. I feel healthy already.
Now here's a great
Good.
idea. Here's
All right.
two great ideas for desserts. I'm going to do stuffed apples and pears.
Okay.
And I've already got started, and I've cut away the center core of the apple, and I'm going to pop that out so we have a nice little pocket there.
All right.
I'm going to take the pears, and I simply cut those in half, and I'm going to take and cut out the pits.
Ah, don't cut yourself.
No,
You're
no,
so
I'm a
good.
pro.
I try that, I'd have all sorts of problems.
So we're just going to cut ourselves a little pocket there. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
There it is. And Cherry Delight preserves are fantastic to use. Delicious on toasted bagels too, by the way.
I'm thinking about that already.
So I'm going to plop a little of the preserves here. Now
All
the
right.
ones on the grill, I did my pecans on there.
Okay.
But we're going to use their high performance mixture here. And that has the cashews and the soy in there and the cherries and all the great pecans. So I'm going to mix a little bit of that in there, stir that around.
Oh, looks good.
Doesn't it,
I would
though?
even.
I know.
I could sort of just go ahead and grab there and eat that right there.
And you top your pears, you set the grill for a little bit of a low direct or indirect
All right.
cooking. The same with the apples. Take a good helping of that nice mixture with the Cherry Delight high performance mixture and the preserves. And we're going to put those on the grill. I say indirect for about 20 minutes or so, but let's take a little gander.
Okay,
Let's
all
move
right,
off to the side.
Lay it out of the way.
The pears are turned out just absolutely delicious. We have the baked apples in the back, and we still have our little pineapple boat on from the segment before. But those are just some of the ways that you can use cherries from Cherry Delight. And you can go online at countryovens.com. And don't forget about the red whey we talked about. For us near seniors and seniors, when you lose muscle mass, to help retain the muscle, you can just utilize this by going online at rapidperform.com and learning more.
It's refreshing, sir. It is very refreshing.
We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. Hey, don't forget you can connect with Country Ovens with our good friends at Cherry Delight by going on Facebook. Country Ovens Ltd, or you can go on their website, countryovens.com, and just click on Facebook. Great recipes, good ideas, a lot of good relationships.
Oh
to
yeah,
get to.
great products, great selection that they have
Good
there.
stuff.
I'll tell you,
That's
something
great.
completely different for everybody
What's
here.
for dessert,
Boy, I'll
Meryl?
tell you, I've been slaving all day, you know, and this is so hard to do. I better make sure that you get your pad and your pen and pencil. You ready? Okay.
You're just gonna dump things together, aren't you?
Doing a cherry cobbler, and for guys' sakes, it's so easy to do. Every time that we've done appearances on this on television things, everybody wants to know, what's the recipe? What's so hard to do about this?
And you know, I've used other pie fillings. It doesn't turn out as well as the cherry
No,
delight.
it's a
It
lot,
really, truthfully
a
doesn't.
big, huge difference on that. I mean, we're talking good old Door County cherries here.
All right, start
All right, here we
dumping.
go.
Here we
I've got
go.
a greased pan, all right? You can put oil in there, or you can go ahead and use the butter. All right, you got this?
You
You got
betcha,
that?
so
Got
far.
a pan, got a
Yep.
pan, all right? Now you got some cherries.
Oh, you put the pie filling in first.
Oh, I put the pie filling in
Can I
first.
shake that just a little bit
You
to
can
settle
shake
it?
that up a little bit, settle. Are you settled?
I am settled.
You can spread that around a little bit. I'm gonna use your spoon there. Can I use your spoon? Spread
Okay.
that around, okay? That's it. Now you got that?
Yes, sir.
Everybody got that? Got that concentrated? Jar of cherry pie filling.
Sounds good.
Cake mix. You could use white cake mix, yellow cake mix if you like. Put that on the top. Now, if you'd like, you can place that right on the grill, indirect method of cooking. A couple times I like even put a little bit of butter on top. But you know what? That's it. But I'm going to add some little dried cherries on
Oh,
the top
absolutely.
too.
I was hoping
Makes
you
a big
would.
difference on there. And you could even use the little morsels there too. But place that on top. Now you can. This takes about an hour. You could even leave it in longer than that if you'd like
I'll
to.
go grab. Hey,
you
hold
can
on.
serve
You got one
that
on the grill.
cold, hot,
Ooh,
or
guys, it's gonna
whatever.
be warm. It is warm.
Place
And
that
there's
in.
the beautiful cherry cobbler. You can see where Meryl had the little dabs of butter
Yes.
throughout this one over here. You did this one correctly.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Not hard to do. You know, if you wanted to in your oven, you could do that at a 350-degree oven for there again an hour, and you can go longer than
Now,
that.
now here to tell us more about the Good Stuff Cherry Whey, we have Division I College Strength and Conditioning Coordinator John Detman and the dairy food scientists from Wisconsin Center for Dairy Research, Kimberly Burrington. So let's do that, and then we'll be right back. How's that?
All right.
Number one goal in recovery is speed. So therefore, the advantages of a product like this is it gives the athlete the ability to recover not only from a carbohydrate sense, but from a protein and muscle protein synthesis sense. So the number one goal is speed.
A little over a year ago, John Detman gave me a call, and we had developed a relationship probably over the last few years because they had some interest in working with us to develop some new products for their nutrition programs for their athletes. The nice thing about whey proteins is that they are a very high quality protein, and they're very high in the essential amino acids. Whey protein happens to be a food protein that has one of the highest levels of essential amino acids, and they are there to help with muscle building and muscle repair. So for an athlete, it's a great source of protein because their muscles are constantly in need of muscle repair and muscle building.
You have the low glycemic index of the cherry, and then you have the protein as something that's pre-activity that's beneficial, and knowing that you don't get an insulin spike from it, which is a big thing in recovery.
The drink itself is a very simple formula. It has very few ingredients in it, and I think in the end it's a drink that the athletes like and they're happy to drink.
We wanted to make sure we had a really clean label. We also wanted to look at sourcing those products and the ingredients for those products locally. The tart cherries are grown in Door County, Wisconsin. I reached out to Country Ovens, who had the cherry juice. Obviously, that's the key ingredient here. And at that point, then we really were looking at producing a really clean label with as little ingredients as possible, with everything being as pure as possible. 100% juice, whey isolate, a combination of those ingredients that gave us an opportunity to put the ideal recovery product together. I believe we've accomplished that.
We'll be right back with more of Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grill.
Well, we've had a great time here at Peninsula State Park. Jennifer, how was the run?
It was great. I loved the course. Really pretty.
Absolutely
Beautiful.
right. So you're gonna
I got my red way ready to recover for my
recover
next
a little
race.
bit, get your muscles going down back a little bit and stuff
I know
like
the
that.
feeling. I'm going to do the same thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've had a great time here today in Door County at the Great Half Marathon. You folks have a wonderful outdoor grilling. We'll be back next week, same time, same station. Mad Dog and Merrill.